What's up everyone, ReggieTECH here. I hope you're all doing well and thanks for tuning into the channel. So today you're joining me inside the car and I hope the angle's okay. I'm still working out the kinks of filming inside the car for all the car work that we're going to be doing. In today's video we're actually going to be replacing all of the interior lights in the car, and I'll be showing you guys the differences between the original lights and the new LEDs that I bought, whether it be in the daytime setting or in the nighttime setting. In this video I'll also be replacing the license plate lights, as this kit did come with those, so we'll get that done at the same time and you guys will see the difference between the license plate lights, you know, what they were, the original ones and the new ones. So here are those LED lights that I bought. I bought this kit off of eBay. It comes with I think 14 lights, which is even more than the car needs. They sent some extras, which is nice of them. And I paid about maybe $10 or $11 for this entire kit of LED lights. I think it's a pretty good deal, and we'll see if they're any good actually, and if they do what they're supposed to do. But for the price that I got them for, and because you know you can specify which car you need them for on eBay, it was pretty easy, and I said why not take the chance and upgrade the interior lights to LEDs. Now not only do I see that these original lights, they are, you know, very yellowish in color, but they also do get extremely hot. So just imagine on a hot day, you know, you have these lights on in the daytime, that's adding extra heat to your car other than the original heat that's coming from outside that's just getting trapped inside the car. And at nighttime, you know, it may be okay. You get a little bit extra heat without having to turn on the heat, which is always a good thing, but still, you know, when you touch the plastic area of those lights, it's extremely hot, and I can tell you I have touched them and it feels like I'm touching a hot pan. So it's extremely hot. I don't have one of those temperature sensors, so I can't, you know, see what the actual temperature of it is, unfortunately, but just take my word for it that it's too hot to touch for more than maybe 2 seconds without feeling your hand like burning. So with all that being said, let's take a look at how the original lights look in the day and in the night, and then we'll also see how the original lights for the license plate look in the day and the nighttime, and we'll take it from there with installing the new lights in the car. Alrighty, so step one, we have to get these plastic housings off of the light bulb plate. And this is just clipped in with a couple of clips. Next up, we're going to take out the old light bulbs. I would suggest being extremely careful, especially to the always on light bulbs while the doors are open. My doors are open right now, so it is extremely hot, so hot that it scorched my fingers. So I grabbed one of my cell phone prying tools and I just pulled the light out that way. Next up, we're going to be installing the new LEDs. This is how it looks. And all we have to do is pop it right into the sockets, and that's basically about it. I realized that the LEDs were a little loose, so I decided to just pop them right back out, and all you gotta do is just pinch in the 2 little connector tabs, or the conduit tabs, and oops, my camera almost just fell. But anyways, just you know, pinch those little pins in so that they get a little tighter, and once you pop the new bulbs in, it will be perfectly fine. They'll be much tighter than before. And just make sure that you're, you know, having them orientated for the positive to positive and negative to negative. The easiest way to do this is just to turn the lights on and make sure that it's working. That's how I figured it out, basically. And once it's in, just orientate it the way you want it to face while the lights are on, and then we can just pop back on the plastic cover. This one was a little tricky, but once you get the clips to just pop in place, it's perfectly fine. Now we're in the center, the second row's lighting for the roof, and we're going to be replacing these bulbs as well. Just follow the same instructions as the rear lights. And yes, I am sweating a ton. It was extremely hot the day that I filmed this. Basically middle of summer, and I was inside of a car, so I was baking. It was extremely hot. And once again, just make sure you pinch those little tabs so that they can be a little tighter when you install the LEDs. And we're going to just pop back on the cover right now. Next up, for the map lighting, it was a little more difficult to get the little plastic plate out. I had to pull down the little sunglasses holder and then pry the little plastic piece off. And the light bulbs were even more difficult to get out. They were extremely tight in there, and there was a really weird angle to kind of pull them out. But once you get them out, you get them out. And these light bulbs are so hot that they actually burn through the little plastic pry tool that I have. So that's just to tell you how hot these light bulbs can get. And there we go. The map lighting is now installed. And all we just have to do is pop back in the little plastic piece. So I completely forgot that the sun visor over here has a light for the mirror on both sides. So I just realized that they also sent lights for those, so we'll be replacing those as well right now. For these bulbs, I would exercise extreme caution. It's extremely difficult to get these little plastic pieces off of the bulb housing. It was just such a difficult process, but I ended up getting them out anyways. Now, when you're putting the bulbs in, that's another process because you got to make sure that the orientation is correct, the positive to positive and negative to negative. So what I did was I just lifted up the flap while just holding the bulb in place just to make sure I have the orientation correct. And then just make sure that you replace the plastic piece afterwards. And then we're just going to follow the exact same instructions to do the opposite side. And now let's get to the license plate lighting. So there's just two of these plastic screw kind of pin clips in there, and all you gotta do is just unscrew them a little bit and just pull them right out. And these lights are inside of this little plastic dome that basically just gets put right into the lift gate of the car. And once we pull it out, it will expose the wire as well as the little harness that is connected to that bulb. All you have to do is basically twist the little plastic housing, and it'll come right off of the little harness, and then we can just pull the bulbs out. The LEDs look so much different than the original bulbs, and you can already tell that it's going to be so much brighter. And before we go ahead and put the cover and stuff back on, let's test them out, and my lift gate completely went all the way up. So it looks like one side isn't working, so I'm just going to play around with it a little bit, and it looks like the connectors might have just been a little loose or a little dirty. And these plastic housings are definitely dirty, so I cleaned them up a little bit before putting them back on. And it's basically the reverse process just to get them right back into their place. Now that they're back in place, or almost back in place, and these housings are on, you can already see the huge difference of these lights in the daytime rather than how they were before. And here's some video of how the LEDs look in the car, and it makes the world of difference, whether it be the daytime or the nighttime, and we'll see some nighttime shots right now. Replacing all of these bulbs with LEDs makes the world of difference. I mean, look at how much more bright the car looks. It looks like a brand new car. It doesn't look like a car that's straight out of 2005. Whether you're looking at the car from the inside or out, it just makes the world of difference. And here are those license plate lights. It just looks so much better than it did before. Alright, so you guys have seen the before and after of the car, as well as the whole process to change out all these lights, all the original lights, to LEDs. I mean, it makes the world of difference. Not only do these lights run a lot cooler, but they give you a better looking lighting atmosphere, and on top of that, they make the car look so new. This was my 2005 Ford Freestyle, and I just don't even know how to explain it. But just by changing to these LEDs, it made the car look like a brand new car from the outside. I mean, if I unlock the car and all the lights come on, it just looks so much nicer than it did previously with the original bulbs. I gotta tell you guys, it's a really simple thing to do. As I said before, it saves you on the heat emissions that come from those original bulbs. The lighting aesthetics look much better, and it's a nicer lighting atmosphere that these bulbs create. I mean, you can always get the original color of the original bulbs, or you can go with the color that I chose. I believe it's Cool White. I believe that's the one. And I mean, it's so easy to find these bulbs on eBay, and they don't cost that much either. The most you'll do is take the time to install them, and it didn't really take that long either. So as I said before, I did find these bulbs on eBay. If you guys are looking to change out your original bulbs in your vehicle to LEDs, definitely look at eBay and do put in your car specifications. Amazon makes it very simple to do this as well. Basically the same kind of thing. You can set your car, your vehicle that you have, and then search for the product that you need, and it'll pop up with the ones that are compatible with your vehicle. It's really simple to do, and definitely check it out. I would say it's something that you should definitely do if you want to update the look of your car. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video and like what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button down below. And if you like this type of content and you want to see more content just like it, consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit that little notifications bell so that you guys will get notified whenever I upload any new videos. And if you guys have any questions or comments, as always, go ahead and drop them down in that comment section below and I'll be quick to answer them. With all that being said, I hope you all stay well, stay safe, and stay healthy. I'll see you all next time.